Thank you, Lonnie, for that introduction. I'm Heather Erdman with CBER's Office of Therapeutic Products, or OTP. I'll be providing a high-level overview of the regulatory resources and avenues for obtaining early guidance from CBER OTP, including meetings, web pages, webinars, and additional resources. The objectives of this presentation include facilitating your ability to locate resources for interacting with CBER OTP, to understand communication, submission, and meeting options for early interaction with OTP, to enhance your understanding of the processes through OTP Learn, and to recognize additional regulatory resources for your future efforts. So, who is CBER OTP? CBER OTP is one of 3 CBER product offices responsible for the regulatory oversight of biological products, including purified and recombinant proteins for hematology, antivenoms, gene and cell therapies, therapeutic tissue engineered products, human tissue products, therapeutic vaccines and antigen-specific active immunotherapies, certain medical devices, and xenotransplantation products. Sponsors of products regulated in OTP have several opportunities to interact with the office, which may include formal and informal meetings. Submissions may be sent to CBER's Document Control Center per the guidelines detailed on the web page entitled Regulatory Submissions in Electronic and Paper Format for CBER Regulated Products. These guidelines will address the various forms and methods by which a request may be submitted. When emailing, secure email policies should be followed per CBER SOPP 8119. Upon receipt of a submission, an assigned Regulatory Project Manager, or RPM, will serve as a liaison between the requester and the FDA review team. Activities related to requesting, scheduling, conducting, and documenting formal meetings are defined in FDA regulations, guidance documents, and SOPs. CBER OTP offers a comprehensive set of web pages to guide sponsors on these processes. It's entitled Interactions with Office of Therapeutic Products. This website and this presentation will focus on biological products regulated under an IND and BLA pathway. For similar information for OTP-regulated medical device products, please refer to the Guidance for Industry entitled Request for Feedback and Meetings for Medical Device Submissions, the Q Submission Program. This comprehensive website, the Interactions with OTP, provides resources for the potential meeting types applicable throughout the product lifecycle, including early interactions such as interact meetings and pre-IND meetings, in addition to meetings at the investigational, marketing application, and post-marketing stages. These include meeting types A, B, C, and D, as well as requests for clarifications for any of these meetings. Formal meetings may be in a face-to-face, teleconference, or written response only, or WRO format. Face-to-face meetings include in-person meetings and virtual teleconferences on IT platforms that allow for both audio and visual communication. During this presentation, I will focus on early interaction meetings such as Interact and pre-IND meetings, and briefly touch on the other meeting types. Initial targeted engagement for regulatory advice on CBER CDER products, or Interact. These Interact meetings provide sponsors that are developing novel therapies an opportunity to request feedback at an early stage of development. OTP will determine whether the status of the product development is premature or too advanced for an Interact meeting. The sponsor should have identified the investigational product plan for a clinical study and conducted preliminary preclinical proof of concept studies. The sponsor should not have conducted definitive toxicology studies at this stage. This website will detail OTP procedures following the receipt of an Interact meeting request, the criteria to consider in a complete and informative meeting request and meeting package, the timelines, and common reasons for Interact meeting request denial, such as stage of development or meeting package deficiencies. A Type B pre-IND meeting provides a sponsor the opportunity to obtain feedback on their product development program that may not be answered by guidance documents and other publicly available resources. Information obtained from a pre-IND meeting can assist sponsors in preparing a complete investigational new drug or IND application and potentially reduce the risk of a clinical hold. The sponsor may seek feedback on the design of preclinical studies and the initial IND study, and product manufacturing and quality controls needed to initiate human studies. The meeting also provides an opportunity to discuss plans for studying the product in a pediatric population and the best approach for presenting the data in an IND. There are different categories of meetings, including Type A, which are reserved for stalled product development programs, Type B, Type C, and Type D meetings. Type B meetings may include, but not be limited to, an IND end-of-phase meetings to review the development program, a Type B pre-BLA meeting to discuss the proposed content of and readiness for Biologics License Application, or BLA, and identify any major unresolved issues from the development program, and also for products developed under Breakthrough Therapy designation and/or Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy, or RMAT designation, sponsors receive more intensive guidance on a development program with increased interactions with OTP. Type C meetings are another meeting category where the request does not quite fit in a Type A or Type B category. And lastly, Type D meetings may be requested at any stage of development and should be limited to 1 or 2 focused topics, not exceed 3 to 5 questions, and should not require input from more than 3 disciplines. A request for clarification may be sought after a Type A, B, C, D, and Interact meeting to ensure the requester's understanding of FDA feedback provided in either a preliminary response if the meeting was canceled, a meeting summary, or a written response issued by FDA. Only questions of a clarifying nature should be submitted rather than new issues or new proposals. Extensive guidance is provided on the web pages, including procedures, unique timelines, meeting package expectations, and best practices for managing each type of meeting with OTP. There are additional opportunities to engage with OTP, which I will not address in detail here, but will list out for your reference. One includes the CBER Advanced Technologies Team, or CAT meeting, which may be granted to prospective innovators and developers of advanced manufacturing and testing technologies to discuss the novel technology rather than a specific therapeutic product. OTP also provides multiple resources for your ready access, including OTP Learn, which currently provides 30 webinars. These trainings include, but are not limited to, original IND content and format, which includes best practices for generating cover letters, a CMC section of a gene therapy IND, and early phase trials for cellular and gene therapy. The webpage entitled OTP Events, Meetings, and Workshops provides links to 22 recordings. Included are the OTP Town Hall series, designed to engage with product developers and researchers to discuss topics related to OTP regulated products. The town halls have a question and answer format designed to provide regulatory information to advance drug development. A recent topic includes non-clinical assessment of cell and gene therapy products. Also, RegenMed Ed, an FDA CBER OTP series on regenerative medicine, brings together stakeholders and OTP staff to discuss information about regenerative medicine therapies and explore opportunities for patients, caregivers, and advocates to engage with FDA to help advance product development. A recent topic includes clinical trials, the patient experience. In addition to our event series, OTP also hosts several meetings and workshops throughout the year. Most of these events are held virtually and are free and open to the public. This cellular and gene therapy guidances link outlines 36 guidances for industry and in some cases links to a related webinar. For general regulatory support and procedural questions, please feel free to email otprpms@fda.hhs.gov. A regulatory professional will respond and, when needed, engage some review or policy personnel to gather a response for your question. It is important to note, though, that this email address is provided to support questions pertaining to products related under CBER OTP only. Provided in the next 3 slides are resources for your ready reference, including references cited in the presentation and supporting the topics covered. Offered here are meeting-related resources. Note that within the Interactions with OTP webpage, There are links to additional web pages detailing each type of meeting and the respective requirement and recommended best practices. Listed here are guidance documents supporting various phases of product development and FDA engagement. Additional resources are provided here for trainings, webinars, workshops, and additional guidance on how to submit submissions to CBER. There are many opportunities to interact with OTP throughout the product lifecycle, and early and timely engagement is recommended. OTP provides numerous online resources to help enhance your understanding and facilitate your interactions with OTP. We look forward to working with you. And now I'd like to turn this over to Dr. Karin Knudsen. She'll be covering the CBER's CMC considerations for early phase studies of cell and gene therapy products.